The clouds are loud. C, loud. Truth hidden in plain view. Why are the clouds loud? Well, C is a rich man chasing a poor man down to give him the good news, right? The gospel, that's agape love. Chasing a poor man down to give him charity. Look it up in the Hebrew. The letter C in the Hebrew means agape love, a rich man trying to give grace to the poor man. It's kind of like your job. A lot of your jobs is the rich man giving you a job, you know. Look at the clouds. They're very loud. What are they loud about? They're loud about the letter C, God's love. It rains on the just and the unjust. It rains on the just and the unjust. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believed in him should not perish but have everlasting life. Cloud, loud. Cloud is loud with a C. The clouds are silent, but they're loud. They're ever present. But they're silent and loud at the same time. How can it be silent and loud at the same time? The fact that they're even there tells you God's grace right there. It rains on the just and the unjust. The clouds are really loud. I don't hear anything. Well, it's because you're looking at it from a natural point of view. Look at the spiritual meaning behind it. Look at the allegory. Look at what is a cloud? It holds water. It holds the rain. It's ready. Look at all this vegetation. Why would you want to go to Mars? None of this in Mars. You got food right here. You got shelter right here. You got everything. Look, there's super abundance right here in front of you. There's food. There's animals down in there. You can eat tree bark. You can eat grass. And they're right here all the time. The reason they're so loud is because they're ever present. Tree means tree, true, faithful, faith. Tree means truth. Your tooth means truth. You take your tooth and break it into parts and gives you the truth. The clouds are loud. The trees mean truth. The trunk means sound doctrine. It all has a meaning. Caution, children crossing. Yellow sign. Yellow goes back to the cross. Crossing. Children crossing. Color yellow goes back to the cross. Any pastel color goes back to the cross. Past, tell the story. Repeat the story of the cross over and over and over. Just tell that story of that old rugged cross again and again and again and again and again, and maybe somebody gets saved. The old rugged cross, somebody went to the cross for you before you were even born. God knew you would fall in sin. In Adam all die, but in Jesus all live by faith. And so you keep going to the cross, the story of the cross, all the time. You're actually look at these poles. Represents faith. Trees, truth, faithful, faith. Faithful and true is almost the same word. The clouds are loud, preaching the letter C, which is love, agape love, God's love. The trees are very loud. Even though they're silent and sitting there, they're preaching faith. Everything in front of you, these cars are preaching. The cars are preaching. The light posts are preaching. These signs are preaching. S-I-G-N. Look it up. Sign of the cross. That's what it means. The 8-sided stop sign is preaching. The 8 sides on that stop sign is preaching. The fences are preaching. Boundary. You can't get in unless you got a pass. What's the pass? The blood of Jesus. You got to be covered by the blood. You got to receive Christ by faith into your heart. You're not going to get in. There's a boundary. You can't get back to God. You can't get back to source without breaking the boundary. How do you break the boundary? Run to the cross, that old rugged cross. Those flags, setting up a standard. Any business that has a flag, they're sending out a message. We're setting up a standard. If you're a business and you set up a standard and everybody has to follow you, you're going to stay in business. Think about that. And the word business is busyness. You're busy. Your business, you're busy. Busy bee. Busyness. Business. It's all coded, people. What is that car preaching? You're moving to your destination, your destiny. Your ship, your body ship, is no different than a car ship. You're just going to your destiny. That's going to its destination. But it has many parts and has one whole. It has a driver, the head, the captain of the ship driving the car. You're the captain. And it's floating on air. The tire is flat, tire. King of tire, the devil. He's the king of the tares, the devil. And so you're floating on air. If you have air in the tire, you're floating on air because you're joint heirs, because you received the Spirit. The air in the tire preaches the Spirit, preaches Jesus. We're not playing games here. This arrow preaches Jesus. The black, white, and red preaches Jesus, the blood of his cross. Black, white is the cross, red is the blood. Everything preaches Jesus. When you go to sleep at night, it preaches Jesus. Death, burial, resurrection. Everything preaches Jesus. These people taking my order preaches Jesus. How can I serve you? Can I take your orders? It all preaches Jesus.